Alright, so I just got back from F1 the movie, and I gotta say, this movie is the reason I go to the theater. Starring Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, and Kerry Condon, directed by Joseph Kosinski, the same guy behind Top Gun Maverick. This movie is a thrilling 2.5 hours. I haven't seen a lot of race car movies. This is probably the best movie revolving around racing that I have ever seen. Brad Pitt plays Sonny Hayes, not necessarily a washed-up racer, but someone who used to do F1, took a very long 30-year break, and now is coming back to hopefully get his title. And while I do love Brad Pitt, I do think he was a little typecast in this movie. He plays the attractive lady killer, racer, arrogant kind of guy. You can definitely see why they cast Brad Pitt in this role. He does a great job, don't get me wrong. But I really think Damson Idris, he played the character Joshua Pierce, who's this rookie who's trying to prove himself. He really kind of stole the show in this one. Plays an arrogant rookie who's kind of all about the fame and social media, and he's almost, I don't want to say put in his place, but he's almost shown what it means to be a racer by Brad Pitt. There's a couple of great scenes between the two of them where the older guy is talking to the young guy. It's a little cliche, and he's just kind of giving him advice, and there is a scene eventually where it just kind of all clicks with him. And I think Joshua Pierce, the character, I think he's a great character. Honestly, I think a little better than Brad Pitt. Maybe it's just the writing, but the acting was great with him. And I loved Javier Bardem in this one. He's the owner of the team. He plays this rich guy. He's got a lot of funny roles. He's got that good smile. He kind of reminds me of the character he played in Dune, not gonna lie. Kerry Condon, I don't really recognize her in a lot of roles, but she did great. She was the first female technician of F1, at least in this story. She's got a lot to prove. She is eventually like the love interest of Brad Pitt. And of course, Brad Pitt gets the girl, because he always gets the girl, which is a little cliche. I wish there was one movie where he didn't get the girl, but you know what? I get it. Brad Pitt's a good-looking dude. I get it. But she did great. The reason I went to this movie, and the reason I feel like most people will go to this movie, is for the racing. So how are the racing scenes? Well, they're spectacular, honestly. The same crew that did Top Gun is the same crew that did this movie. The cinematography is quite good here. There's a lot of in-car camera movement. A lot of cameras on the car while they're driving, breakneck speeds. I don't know if they're actually going 200 miles per hour, but damn, it sure feels like they are. The first and the last race in particular, I was literally on the edge of my seat. I could not keep my eyes off the screen. The sound design, the music, everything was sometimes was perfect. My heart was pumping. I was right there with these guys. It truly is Top Gun on wheels. It felt just like that. It wasn't as intense as Top Gun because, jets are a little more intense than cars. But man, some great racing scenes. Now, personally, one of my biggest flaws with this film is how generic it feels story-wise. You can pretty much predict exactly what's going to happen the entire movie. And while it's not a bad thing, I would have liked one or two more twists or turns or unconventional story beats. That being said, even though it was kind of a cookie-cutter story, it was pretty much done to perfection. So I guess if you're gonna make something generic, at least do it well, which this movie did. The acting was great, the runtime was great, story was good, writing was kind of mediocre, still good. I'm gonna give F1 the movie an 8 out of 10. Highly recommend you go see this on the biggest screen you can. Honestly, a great movie-going experience. This is why I go to the movies. If you've seen F1, let me know what you thought down below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. See you next time.